Good morning, students. I am back with my continuation recording of this English literature, that is lesson number 3, Alice Adventures in Wonderland. Now we have started this story with this girl Alice, named Alice, following this rabbit, and she follows the rabbit into the rabbit hole, and she follows him inside this tunnel, and then she falls down the tunnel, and without getting hurt she falls on a heap of leaves. And then again she catches this sight of this rabbit running, and she follows him. Okay, now we continue with the part 2 recording of this lesson, Alice Adventures in Wonderland. Okay, let's start. Where did the rabbit go? Which door did he go through? Now she is wondering out aloud that where did the rabbit go and which door did he go through. Now you can see there are many green colored doors and all the doors are locked. Now she is wondering out aloud that through which door the rabbit rushed inside. She is not able to trace that. She is not able to find where the rabbit went. All the doors are locked. I can't open any one of them, not even the tiny one. You can see there are all the normal sized doors, and plus there is one tiny sized door in here. She is not able to open any of the doors as the doors are locked. Now that means all the doors, they have a lock and they need key to open them, but she doesn't have key to any of the door. Now suddenly something she catches sight of. You can see there is a small key on the table, glass table, and she wonders out aloud, what is on that table? Suddenly she sees there is a small key on the table, and then she realizes that maybe this key, the small key, is going to help her. Okay, she picks it up and see what she says. Such a tiny key. So it is very small. The key is very tiny, just maybe the size of a grain. You can see it's very tiny. It's so tiny, it's just the size of a grain. Okay, she picks it up and she puts it inside the keyhole of this small door. Now you can see the door has opened, and what did she see through that door? Let us read. Even if my head would go through, it would be of very little use without my shoulder. So she can see she can see the sight when she opens the door. Her head is able to pass through the door, but because she is getting stuck at the shoulder, she is not able to push inside that door. Such a tiny door it is. Oh, how I wish I could shut up like a telescope. So now she is actually wishing that she should be able to shrink herself like a telescope. Now what is a telescope? Telescope is an instrument that is used to see far off objects. Using this telescope, you can see objects that are very far off and you are not able to see with your eyes. Okay, now she wishes that she should be able to shrink her body like a telescope so that she can pass through the tiny door. Next, this certainly was not there before. Now what again she saw that she is telling this? She saw a glass bottle where with the label. You can see there is a small label stuck to this glass bottle and it says drink me. Yes, when she saw this key, there was nothing on the table. Now all of a sudden this juice in a glass bottle appears out of nowhere, and of course she is also surprised that this was certainly not there before. Okay, from where did this come from? She is wondering out aloud. Okay, next. Now let's see whether she is going to drink that juice in the glass bottle. Let's see. Okay, next. The taste is a sort of mixed flavor of cherry tart, custard, pineapple, roast turkey, toffee and hot buttered toast. So she starts, see, you can see she is drinking that juice from the bottle, and while she is drinking she realizes the taste is a mixed flavor. Mixed flavor of what? Cherry tart. What is the meaning of tart? Tart is a pastry. So tart is a pastry. So the flavor of this juice is like a cherry pastry, custard, pineapple, roast turkey, toffee and hot buttered toast. So it is a mixed flavor of all these things the juice tastes like. Okay. Next. What a curious feeling. I must be shutting up like a telescope. Curious means some strange feeling. Okay. She is getting a strange feeling, a curious feeling, and she is feeling as if her body is shutting up. Her body is shrinking. Our body is shrinking like a telescope. She was wishing that her body should also shrink like a telescope so that she can pass through the tiny door. Now her wish is becoming true. Her body is shutting up like a telescope. Why? Because she drank this mysterious juice from the bottle. Okay. Next. I might shrink even further and maybe go out like a candle. Now shrink is what? Shrink is to become small in size. Now see, you can see a normal sized girl, Alice, she has shrunk to the size of this small bottle. Yes, and the table is up. See, she has shrunk all the way down near the leg of the table. Okay. And now she is feeling that she may completely diminish, completely go out like a candle. Okay. Next. Nothing else is happening. It seems I have stopped shrinking. Now I can go and see the garden. Now you can see the shrinking has stopped. This is the small body of Alice, and now she is very happy that she has shrunk herself to such a small size that she can pass through the tiny door and go inside and see the garden. So there is a garden on the other side of the door. Okay. Next. Oh dear, I have forgotten about the little key. It is still on the top of the table. Now in her haste to drink the juice, she forgot the key that is on the table, and now she has shrunk herself to such a tiny size that she can pass through this tiny door, but she cannot reach the key that is on the top of the table. See, you can see the table has become so huge in size. There's a normal size table, but because Lace has become so tiny that this table has become very huge compared to her size. Okay. It is so high. I can't climb it. And it is too slippery as well. You can see she's trying to climb the table, the leg of the table. She's trying to climb through the leg, but because the leg of the table is slippery, she's not able to climb, and it has become so tall in size. The table has not grown tall. She has shrunk to such a tiny size. Okay. Next, we move to the next part of the story. Okay. Yes. That's it. Next page. Okay, let's see. Come. There's no use crying like that. It's no use now. Now she is feeling so bitter. She's so sad that she's crying. You can see the tears, welling up in her eyes. It's flowing out. It's really very sad. She's crying now. Very, very sad. She's not able to reach the key. She's not able to visit the garden on the other side of the tiny door. She's very sad. And she's sitting near the leg of the table crying like a baby. Yes? Even you also cry when you're very sad. Next. Where did this come from? It says, eat me. Let me see what is in it. Now again she spots a small packet. Okay? And that is having a label, eat me. So first was drink me. The next was eat me. Now let's see what she will do next. Okay, now she picks up, you can see there is a cake inside the packet. Okay, that's the reason why the packet was having the label as eat me, because it had a cake inside it. Oh, perhaps she's eating. Okay, she's crying. Oh, wow. The crying is stopped now. She's eating. Perhaps it will make me grow larger. Then I will be able to get the key. Now she is happily eating this cake, and she's thinking that probably because of eating this cake, I may grow large enough so that I can get the key. Now let's see what happens after eating the cake. Which way am I growing, or am I still the same? Now see again, she is expanding. First she shrunk, she shrunk her body. Now she is expanding in size. Let's see which way she is growing. Oh my God. See? So huge and so tall she has grown. Let's see now what she is telling next. Now I am opening out like the largest telescope that ever was. I can't even see my feet. I wonder who will put on the shoes and stockings on my feet now. You can see she's grown so tall that she's not able to see her feet. Now she is wondering out aloud who will help her to put the stockings and the shoes. Now what is the meaning of stockings? Stockings are the socks that is used to cover the feet as well as this part of the leg till the knee. Okay. Some stockings are worn till the knee. It covers this part of your leg till your feet. So this is a meaning of stocking. And now Alice is telling that who will help me to put on my shoes and my stocking, because by expanding in size she is not able to see her legs. Okay. Next. I am 9 feet tall. So you can see how long she has grown, how tall she has grown. Her length, her height is 9 feet tall. Such a small girl growing 9 feet tall. Can you imagine that? Yes? My head won't go through the small door. All I can do is peep into the garden. Now again she starts crying. First, by drinking the juice, she shrunk into size. Okay. Then she forgot the key and she started crying. and after eating this cake, you can see she has expanded, her height has increased, and her height has increased to the height of 9 feet tall. A small girl like you growing 9 feet tall, can you imagine? It's just an imaginary story. You have to just imagine that Alice has really grown 9 feet tall. Okay, that's all for today. Bye and have an awesome day.